This tutorial is intended for moderators of the Site Europass games. If you have not watched videos explaining the pedagogical objectives of the games, please visit our website before continuing. Icebreaker. Moderator's Guide. Make sure that you have the following accessories: whiteboard marker pens, post-its, Phase 1 shield, player pawns, voting tokens, Phase 2 quiz board and quiz cards, Phase 3 top 10 attributes, laminated slips, Phase 4 interaction board and 8 question cards. Game setup. Recommended playing time minimum 100 minutes. Phase 1 shield section, values and visions. Recommended playing time 20 minutes. To begin the game, depending on the number of players, set the timer to about 20 minutes. 4 minutes per student, 5 students, 20 minutes. And make sure each player has some voting tokens, maximum 3 of each. Players write their name on a post-it and place it above their shield. Each player in turn takes the floor for 2 minutes, giving their vision of the 4 categories indicated on their shield. As the listening players place tokens in reaction to what they hear in the allotted spaces on the shield. Once a player has spoken, the teacher moderates a maximum of 2 minutes of Q&A between players in order to focus on key points of interest. Another student then takes the floor. Repeat steps until all players have spoken. We advise that you give preparation of the 2-minute speech as homework before the icebreaker session. If you do not have the time, at the beginning of the session, provide students with 15 minutes in silence to prepare their speech with the help of notes. Phase 2. Quiz section. The basics. Recommended playing time 25 minutes. Place the board in the center of the table and players around it. If you have 5 players, they can play as one team. For more than 5 players, we suggest 2 teams per table or 2 separate tables, each with 1 moderator. The moderator places the quiz cards on the blue slot. Questions are face up. Players have 30 seconds to confer before one player places their pawn on the circle to take the floor and give their answer. The moderator flips the card over and reads the answer information out loud. If correct, a star is placed on that question number, and the next challenge is played. If incorrect, the card is placed to the side of the board for a catch-up round. Once a player has just played, they must place their pawn in the waiting room, meaning that they cannot play the next challenge. Once all questions have been played, the moderator does a catch-up round with the incorrect challenges. The objective of this game is to make sure that all questions have been answered correctly. Phase 3. Top 10 attributes. Getting to know one another. Recommended playing time 20 minutes. Each player takes 5 minutes in silence to fill out the 10 categories on their laminated slips with keywords using whiteboard markers. Players have 3 to 5 minutes to look at their fellow players' answers and vote by reusing the voting tokens from Phase 1. The heart, meaning I share an interest with you, and the bubble, meaning I would like to hear more, in order to find common centers of interest. The moderator should orchestrate Q&A between players as each laminated card is studied and students exchange common interests or ask questions. Phase 4. Interaction phase. Digging deeper. Expected playing time 25 minutes. Place the interaction phase board as shown. Players each use their colored tokens, during this phase to vote on degrees of agreement, green thumbs up side, or disagreement, red thumbs down size. The gauge from 0 to 10 allows players to indicate the level of their opinion on a specific statement or topic. The moderator places the 8 interaction cards on the blue slot, beginning with statement number 1, and players place their voting pawn on the gauge. Allow about 10 seconds for players to vote. Once this is done, the moderator flips over the card and gives feedback, initiating Q&A where necessary, especially focusing on players voting under 3 or above 7 on either side of the gauge. Players remove their pawns and play them again each time a statement card is used. Phase 5. Feedback session. Elect one player from your group to give a 60 to 120 second feedback on this icebreaker session in terms of convergences, divergences, and main focal discussion points that you experienced collectively over the last hour with your team. You have 2 minutes to prepare what you want to share with potential other playing teams on other tables. Once the time is up, the moderator is advised to use a KPI sheet to get feedback from the players on the session and satisfaction. Tips. This game has not been designed to be won by one player or one team, but rather as a means to introduce basic core concepts around European values, reveal players' knowledge and opinions on them, and help players to break the ice. Use this game at the beginning of your module. Then, use the audit game once players have acquired some basic notions. Then play 2 sessions of the Frugal Assessor game in order to prepare pitches and push students to study and defend their frugal innovations further. The moderator is advised to intervene and/or take notes of students' exchanges to be discussed further on in the course, especially points of interest, misunderstandings, or any comments that may be perceived as in opposition with European values, for example, racist or hurtful comments based on cultural stereotypes, undemocratic visions, etc. We suggest you make extra copies of pawns and tokens to accommodate for more players and, as possible, replacements for lost elements. Please flash here to download the PDF version of the game and its rules to be projected during the game. Visit our website for more tutorials or information. Thanks for watching.